Well, they've got a leaking bucket at
Yes.
the end of the day. That's what's happening. They're not, they've got inefficiencies in their business, and those inefficiencies are fine at $2 million. But when you get to 4 to 5 to 10 to 20, that is, the water's gushing out at that bucket at that point. Yeah, it's amplified. And I experienced that during COVID. We were a great business before the industry got hard. And it was fine. Like, you'd make a mistake. Oh, fuck, that cost 10 grand. All right, whatever. But then when you go and you have all these other huge pressures on your business that you never accounted for in the past, and then all of a sudden that 10 turns into 10 per project every month. You're like, okay, that's a big issue and needs to be fixed. So again, the problem, I believe, is a lot of these guys learn it as they go.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, okay, when I get to 4 and I have a leaking bucket, then I'll come back to down to 2, and then I'll fix it, and then I'll go back up to 5.
We'll go again.
Yeah. And had they spoken to someone before they went to 4, when they get to that point, they'd be like, okay, great, this is a good thing. But this is like, you don't know what you don't know. You're like, no, my business is good.
Yeah.
It's good. So if I get to 4, it's just going to be more good.
Yes.
You know, and I think that's where it sort of falls down a little bit.
Yeah, and it's growth is not a linear equation. You know,
No, that's right.
Yeah.
And people always think that too.
Yeah.
And they have that emotional connection to their bank account. It's like, when it goes up, we're happy. When it goes down, we're sad. When it goes up, we're happy. When it goes down, we're sad. And like, I've been victim to that as well. You know, it's hard sometimes to disconnect from that. But it's also important to understand you're going to have peaks and troughs in your business, and it's part of the journey. You're going to have that month where you're not making much money. I had a month in my business. When was it? I think it was early last year, where I got my BAS back in Pascon.
Yep.
And it was, the ATO owed me money. And I'm like, fuck.
You know, that's not good.
No. I'm like, shit. I go, that's the first time in my history that the ATO have paid me money. And I go, that's not a good thing. And it's like, I said that at an event once.
So you're paying out more GST than what you're collecting.
Correct. And I looked at that and I was like, look, I kind of knew it was coming, because I had a couple of projects that held money.
Yes.
Until the following quarter. So I kind of knew, and it was a huge, like the next quarter I paid a massive GST bill. So it paid itself out anyway. It sort of made up for it. But yeah, I had a huge month. It was the start of the year and it was after Christmas. That's what it was. And the developer didn't pay December or January. And then I think that trickled into Feb. And it's like, I didn't get the money coming in for that first quarter. And then the next quarter, literally when was it? Jan, Feb, March, like April, it was just a massive influx of cash, which was great. But then at the end of the next quarter, you had a huge tax bill that you had to pay. But yeah, it was the only time that's ever happened to me in business. And people say that, oh, wow, how good would that be? The ATO gives you money. I said, like, guys, that's not great. That's not a good thing. You want to be paying tax.
You made an interesting point about, and we all do it, and it's hard to detach from, is a lot of people judge their business performance on their bank account.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, it's the scoreboard, almost. It's
It
not.
is.
It's not, but it is, if that makes sense.
But I do see a lot of business owners, that's the only thing they look at without understanding the fundamentals of actually how the business is performing. Is it profitable or is it not profitable? The cash in your bank is about, once you successfully make profit, that just becomes a collection issue. Yeah, the timing of collecting money in and out of your business, that's your cash flow measure. But I do see, some businesses who struggle to differentiate between their bank balance to the profitability in their business as well.
Yeah, it's something you learn. And to go back to what you said before, like, you go from 2 to 4 and then you realize all this shit that's wrong. But there is nowhere you go that can teach you everything that can go wrong with your business.
No.
It's
because
like,
there's probably people that haven't even experienced that.
yeah, and then it's like, you got to
Who's going to teach you about a COVID pandemic?
No, exactly
Or
right.
a war
And that's
in the Middle
killer,
East.
isn't it?
No,
Exactly
like,
right.
yeah,
How do you
what do you do?
navigate that? But in saying that, I believe that the difficult times that I went through during COVID has made me a millionaire, will make me a multimillionaire. Because the next time the next COVID happens, and it could be this war, like, who knows?
Yeah.
All right. But the next time the next COVID happens, when I say COVID, the next global pandemic, because it's been shown that it happens every 12 to 15 years. Something in the world happens and everything turns to shit. In 2008, it was the GFC.
Yes.
Right. This time around, it was COVID. So I find that people that adapt to those disasters are the ones that always make the most money at the end of the day. I've seen it with our next business partner who I used to work with. He made a lot of money during the 2008 GFC, like a huge, like stupid amount of money. He went out, he bought property at the lowest price. He opened up this, I won't go into it, but a business that exploded and ended up exiting. He listed on IPO, like he listed the business, everything. It went next level. And great, good on him. And then I've also seen, who was it? Grant Cardone.
Yes.
So he had a similar thing in the GFC in 2008, and he's like, he lost all this money, did all this stuff, and he used to say it at his events. And then when COVID came around, bang, he was the first one. He let go 3,000 employees. He shut down this business. He shut down that business. He consolidated everything. And then he went out and bought huge amount of property. And as a result of that, became a billionaire. And then he went back and out and employed 5,000 people. And it wasn't that there was a lesson in that I saw, is like he reacted. He was proactive in his approach. He wasn't reactive to what was going on in the world. And that's where I think the next time it happens, I'll be in a better position. Like even now with the fuel prices, for example, right? So I saw that. I didn't do anything about it as far as, because I got fuel cards for my employees.
Yep.
But I was ready to, because if fuel did get to $5 a litre, I had it ready to go. Right, everyone, fuel cards are no longer part of your package. I had the letter ready. I had everything ready to go. I go, you'll need to now start, or it won't be fully subsidized. You need to pay, you'll get this much fuel allowance per month. That's it. Everything above and beyond that, you have to pay for, or whatever it is. The fuel cards are a privilege, not a right. But if I'm going to be, because back in COVID, I was that guy that looked after everyone. I did the right thing by everyone, and I didn't protect the ship. I didn't protect myself. I did everything good by everyone else, but not myself and not the business. Whereas now it's like, no, the ship, the business is number one. If I have to fire you because the fuel prices are too high, then so be it. Look, what do you want? Do you want to have a job, or do you want to pay for a bit of fuel? I'll let you decide.
I think everyone in that situation will certainly opt to keep their job and their
absolutely.
And
hey, you've got to come up
on a fuel card.
That's it. But it might also mean that you got to be willing to let them walk.
Yeah.
Like if you turn around and say, I don't get, well, I'm going to go here because they're going to pay for my fuel. I said, best of luck to you. Thank you so much for your service.
Yep.
So again, this is where you have to make those decisions to say, this is the best thing for the business.
So you feel since COVID, and I'm sure it might not be COVID, but any kind of crisis within a business, something you endure and go through and you come out the other side, do you almost feel like you have a playbook?
I do a little bit. I think it also builds resilience for yourself. It's not just the playbook, it's the ability, and you kind of said it, you don't stress over a month that might be red this month or next month or whatever it might be.
You build a belief.
Yeah, that's right. And there's that resilience there that, no, it's like, I've got this. Yeah. I've got this. I've been through worse.
We've been here before.
No, we've been here before.
Yeah.
We've been here before. And I felt like that this year.
Yep.
And it's like, there's been certain things that have happened and have come up and you're like, fuck, are you serious? This is happening again. And then employees will look at you and go, oh, how do you do it? How do you do it? Well, this is how we've got to do it. And it's a very difficult thing to teach that. I think you almost have to experience it rather than teach it, because you can never teach someone that level of resilience or self-awareness. It's like they have to kind of experience it.
No, but I think what you can teach is the ability to critically think and the belief to back yourself, and say, okay, cool, like this is fucking shit, but like I'll get us out of this. Like it's okay, we'll do whatever it takes, or we'll work out a way, or and then you start, like, you get, business is the best vehicle for personal development. Like you learn so much about yourself. Fuck, like when your back's against the wall and rent's due tomorrow and you're like, how the fuck am I going to do this? You know what I mean? I'm either going to call someone.
How are we going to make payroll?
Yeah, payroll's due. And you're like, okay, how are we going to make
People's
this
lives are depending on me.
Yeah, and those pressures are not for everyone. Like, I don't believe everyone. I believe if you bite off too much too quickly, you'll crumble. Like if you've never run a business and you can run a $50 million business with, 170 employees, and you're gonna crumble as soon as payroll's due and you got no cash flow. You're like, I'm gonna go take my life, right? But you build up the resilience to the, okay, like I'm gonna back myself to get us out of this current situation, right? I think one of the things we're losing at the moment, though, is people don't think like they can't work their way out of a paper bag. Like, you know what I mean? And as much as I'm a endorser of AI, I partly blame AI.
It's taken away some of that ability to critically think
Do
for themselves and critically
yes.
analyze.
Yeah.
But coming back to your point about mindset earlier as well, you know, and around resilience in hard times in your business is the ability to understand what can I control right now? What is within my sphere of control versus what is outside of my control? Like, we can't control world oil prices right now, but what are the things that I can control? And that applies to any crisis or situation in your business. If you want to build that resilience, or it might be something you haven't dealt with before, it's really understanding, well, you know, what can I control right now? How do I respond?
Taking a step back and
Yep.
saying, what are the things that I can actually, what are my options here?
Yep.
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.